So iOS 16 just officially came out, so let's go and take a look at it on the iPhone XS. Now, weirdly enough, I think this update is actually pretty good. I just wish Apple supported it on more versions of software, aka more phones. I don't know why they cut out the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. The 6S and 6S Plus were more than enough, but the 7 and 7 Plus were overkill in my opinion. Now, this update was a pretty big size update for sure. Unfortunately, I was not able to catch the specific size, but on all my devices, it was about 4.7 to about 5 gigabytes. So if you're rocking, any iPhone on iOS 15.5, it's probably going to be around that same size update. So keep in mind, if you're rocking like an older iPhone like the XS, you may want to save up a little bit more storage since these iPhones have typically less storage than newer ones. But regardless, one of the biggest updates with this specific change is actually with the lock screen. So now we can see the text on the lock screen is a little bit different, but you can actually modify this by holding down on the lock screen like so. You'll come into this panel, and now what we can do is we can go and click customize, and we can click add new, and we can go and customize our specific wallpapers. Now, they still have to go and add a few more. I think they'll give us the ability of adding our own. I don't know where that's at, but what we can do is we can go and choose an existing wallpaper that they already have, and what we can do here is we can go ahead and add widgets. Now, I think this is just a weird looking wallpaper. I don't know why they made this one, but here you can go and click on this one. You can go and change the time, the kind of like font of the time. You can go and click the plus button down here. You can add calendar. You can go and add whatever this is, the weather. You can add battery things down here too with the status right here. And there's still a lot of improvements they have to do, like I mentioned, but it's really cool that we have this ability now. Now, whenever you're ready, you can go and click done, and you should be able to come back to your home screen. Now, for some reason, my top corner doesn't work anymore, but essentially what you can do here is you can swipe between pages too, which is really awesome. So we have some really cool capability. On top of that, notifications will now end up coming down here. As you can see, it tells us no older notifications, but essentially the notifications will start coming down here rather than coming in the middle of our display. Swiping up, we do have a few more updates. We have focus mode updates, which is really cool. Apple Pay got some big updates. SharePlay got some updates as well. But one of the biggest changes is actually within iMessage. But before that, the little tab down here, which used to be the dots, you can click here and come straight into Spotlight Search. Now you can still access the dots like this, but it's still cool that we have that ability. Now, coming into iMessage, we have some crazy capability. So first of all, if I just go and say something like hey or hi, right? We now have the ability of unsending iMessages, unreading iMessages, and editing iMessages that we've sent. So in this case, you can see I sent that iMessage, right? If I wanted to unsend it, I can hold it down like this, and there's a couple things I can do. I can click undo send, and I can click edit. Those are two new panels we have. So I can click undo send and watch. It'll go ahead and unsend it here, and I am pretty sure it's going to go ahead and unsend it here too. So if I go on, so it looks like it still hasn't unsent it here, which is really cool. So maybe it'll take a little bit of time, and there's definitely some updates that need to happen on their end. But if I go and type something else, right, I can also go ahead and let's say I meant to type in like hi person or whatever, right? I can hold it down, I can click edit, and I can also edit these specific texts as well. So that's crazy. I think that's awesome. I'm curious to see what people are going to do with that in the future, but that's another cool feature we have within iMessage. On top of that, there's been some dictation updates as well. We now have the ability of using our keyboard when we're using dictation, which is cool. There's been Apple Pay updates, like I mentioned, Apple Maps updates, family sharing updates, privacy updates. CarPlay got a massive update within this as well. And I've been noticing there's a lot of smaller little improvements. So if we click the search button here, I've been noticing if you go and like tap here, the little like animations that come up are actually much different than they were before. As you can see, they look a little bit nicer, and I think it blends in really nicely with iOS. So I'll definitely tell you, no matter what, do not install iOS 15. It is highly not worth it. It is just going to completely brick your phone probably. But I'm curious to see what Apple's going to be doing in the future with this update. I just wish they supported the older iPhones, if I'm being honest. So that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.